little bit of a burnout. All right, so I just dropped off a load in Merced, California. Now I'm headed to Ontario, California. The deadhead of about, I don't know, a couple hundred miles at least. Which means there's no freight up in this area. Now let me tell y'all what I normally do up here. Is a lot of the time, not all of the time, but a lot of the time, while I'm up in this area, I will pick up a load, or I will deliver this load that I'm under right now, and then I will go a little north, and I'll pick up a load of food, a heavy load of food usually, somewhere between like 42,000 pounds to 45,000 pounds, putting me right around my gross. Either that, or I will pick up a load still a little north of here, and then I'll pick up that, which is another food load. That one usually goes to San Diego. I'm not picking up either of them. I am going to drive empty, something like 250 to 300 miles south of here, to pick up a Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards, that kind of load. I'm not going to say which one it is. Obviously there's no Menards in California, so obviously it's not that, but I'll pick up one of those kind of loads. I'm picking up that kind of load going way out east. It's not a food load, but that's fine with me because it's not going to be as heavy. I want to give an update on the diesel shortages everyone wants to be talking about out on the East Coast. Now, obviously, I don't drive the East Coast, and it's been, oh God, it's been years since I've driven the East Coast. So I can't say much on the diesel shortage for the East Coast, but I will say this. One of my buddies was on the East Coast in Whitesville, Virginia the other day, and he said he didn't have any issues at all getting fuel. He said there was no shortages, there was no rationing, nothing like that. So far, according to him at least, there is no shortage, at least in Whitesville, Virginia. Now, I did experience rationing out on the West Coast a few months ago, like Wilcox, Arizona. They were limiting trucks to, I think it was like 60 gallons of diesel per truck. Now, if y'all don't know, I have a truck that has 2 diesel tanks, one on the driver's side, one on the passenger side. Each of them is 100 gallons, totaling 200 gallons. 60 gallons is about a quarter tank, not even half. So, but I'm not seeing any rationing over here on the West Coast yet. Apparently my buddy hasn't seen any rationing on the East Coast yet. I'm going to give him a call later today. Probably going to give one of my other buddies a call later today too. He drives a flatbed for a semi-truck flatbed. So see if he has any idea what's going on out east, because he drives out east as well. I am going to go get fuel in Bakersfield today, so I will let y'all know how much I pay for diesel over Bakersfield. I will take a screenshot of my fuel receipts and I will put it in the video. That way y'all can see how much I get. Now I'm going to get less than 100 gallons over in Bakersfield just because it's so expensive. And I'm at a quarter of a tank right now. My truck says 431 miles to empty right now. But now I'm empty on my load, so I'll get a little bit better fuel economy. Now, I'm not going to have any issue getting to Bakersfield, not one bit. And that'll give me about, I want to say a little under 3/4 of a tank of diesel. I'll have probably between half a tank and 3/4 of a tank of diesel, to be honest. I am going to get DEF diesel exhaust fluid. I am currently in between a quarter and half a tank of that. But this doesn't take very much diesel exhaust fluid. I think it's somewhere along the lines of 25 gallons of it. So I'm gonna fill that entirely. I'm gonna fill it to the brim, but that's not gonna be too much of an issue. DEF is usually a good bit cheaper than diesel, so not really worried about that much. But guys, going back to the whole I'm not picking, god damn, this road is horrible. Good job, California. I want to go back to the whole I'm not picking up a food load coming out of Central California. I'm south of Sacramento still, so this is like Central Cali. The fact that I'm not picking up a food load coming out of what I call the Midwest of California, because it's really boring out here and there's a lot of farmland. So I call this the Midwest of Cali. The fact that I'm not picking up a food load coming out of here when I normally do, coming from the guy who picks up your food, guys, you need to be getting food right now. I know it's expensive. I know it's only going to get more expensive. And with that being said, if you get it right now, you're going to be saving money. Ow, fuck. I just made myself bleed. You're going to be saving money by buying expensive food right now before it's even more expensive in the future. You need to go ahead and buy your food right now. Keep storing it. And make sure whenever you're storing your food, like you buy a bunch of canned food. Damn. Look at that. This road is so fucking horrible. It made my phone fall out of the phone mount. And California's got some of the highest taxes. So it's absolutely insane that the roads are this horrifying. But anyways, when you're buying your food, guys, you need to, like, if you buy your canned food, you're storing your canned food. Whenever you do that, whenever you're putting your food up to store, make sure you're checking all of your cans. Make sure they're being rotated appropriately. That way you're getting old stock out, that's closer to expiration than not. But not only that, but make sure you're checking the condition of your cans, guys, because I looked at one of my cans on the truck the other day, and it had a pretty good sized dent in it. Now obviously the cans on my truck are not too old, so it's not really any worry to me. But you want to make sure if you're getting any cans, and you're looking at your cans in your pantry, that you're checking them for damages and things like that. And if they are looking damaged, I would say go ahead and go and use that can now. If, open it up, make sure it's still, like, everything still smells good or smells okay. And then go ahead and use that, because a dented can is a compromised can, and we don't know exactly how far out, SHTF is going to happen. We know it's going to happen eventually, but we don't know exactly how far out it is, and you don't want any compromised cans or any compromised food, for that fact, in your preps. Because the last thing you want to do is you don't want to be in a grid down situation, a long-term grid down situation, and you go open a can of food that was damaged, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You open that can, you put it in the pot, and it's fucking disgusting now. It's rancid, or it's gone bad, it's spoiled, it's got bugs or something. That's the last thing that you want in a shit situation, and now you've got shit in a can, essentially. It's only gonna make you sick. It can give you diarrhea or vomiting or a combination of both. And that's going to be very, very bad in an SHTF situation. You don't want that. You want your food to be well cooked and safe to eat. I'm not saying, you can't have a rare steak in SHTF. If you know how to process the food and everything, cook that as you wish. But you want to make sure everything is cooked safely. Everything is safe to eat, that kind of stuff. So guys, that's going to be it for this one.